How is it going, everybody? We are back. Another month has passed, and so you know that we can always rely on Pokemon TCG Pocket for dropping another booster pack to open, and this is actually the booster pack that I am the most excited for up to this point. I know this may be a little bit of a controversial opinion, but I actually love Sun and Moon.
Oh my god! Is that a spirit bomb? It might be good though. I
wouldn't call it my absolute favorite, but Sun and Moon I always felt like was a really fun time, and so on top of this being heavily focused on Sun and Moon Pokemon, I also see that we are going to be changing up the meta a ton with this. I talked about this in my last shorts with the rare candy, the Lily support card, and with everything like that. I feel like we're going to be seeing way more varieties in decks besides just what's trampling the meta right now, which is basic single stage EX cards, especially colorless, or cards that can just generate their own energy. So Arceus, Giratina, Darkrai, everything like that. So I'm really excited for this season. So we're going to start off with the Solgaleo pack, and the first one we have is I can't speak. Escavalier. So of course the first one has to not be a Sun and Moon Pokemon, and this pack isn't looking that crazy either. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The fact that it has to evolve kind of sucks, but that would be good for like a steel type deck if that wasn't the case. We have a new Heliolisk that definitely is not going to add up to the first Heliolisk that we've had before. We have Fletchling here. Bounce Sweet. We're here. I said this in the short that Mimikyu is one of my favorite like Pokemon ever. So is Serena.
What do you mean by that?
I think that those two Pokemon are so cool, and I really hope, because I literally haven't seen pretty much any of the cards besides like the ones that were in the trailer. If we can get Serena and Mimikyu in opening our packs today. Garbodor, hold up. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. I feel like people will use that. People have like a lot of good dark type cards to go ahead and use, a lot of poisons to use. But like I was saying, if we can go ahead and get Serena and Mimikyu, I'll call it a W. Obviously there's a ton of really cool cards to get, no doubt, but those are like on the top of my list, and we have 155 that we can go ahead and get. So it's really reaching here. So not the greatest luck with Solgaleo, but hopefully maybe Lunala will give us a little bit better of a first deck or first pack opening. And you already know what this is, so we go ahead and open up as many packs as we can. Excadrill, dope Pokemon, but we'll be opening up as many packs as we can and see if we can make a deck primarily of the cards, of the new cards that we get, and then see if we can win some online matches. New Helioptile. We got Spoink Psycharge. Hold up. Take a psychic energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. Okay. So I imagine, I forget the name of it, but like that psychic like pig Pokemon, maybe it will be good. Maybe you can utilize that Spoink a lot. New Cubone is cool. And then we get Garbodor again. So first packs, we can say not great for this. Probably one of our worst, to be honest, out of all of the seasons, but no worries, those were all new besides the double Garbodor, and we're going to go on to opening 10 for each of these packs. We'll just go back to Solgaleo and open up our first 10 packs. You know how I do, it is a free game. I'm not spending any money on it, bruh. So we have been saving up these hourglasses to be able to wait for this new season. I feel like it gives us just enough time each time to get more than enough hourglasses to be able to open up. I can't speak. 10 packs in a row. Let's see, none of them shined immediately, so kind of worried, but we got Young Goose, okay. New Salandit, Oricorio, not the one that I was thinking of though. Dazzle Dance, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. There was one Oricorio that basically had Marshadow's ability to be able to hit for higher whenever a Pokemon is knocked out for the next turn, except instead of 100 total, it does 80, but it's only 1 energy. So I think that would be cool. Bounce Sweet again. Hawlucha, hold up, Justified Press. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a dark type, this attack does 30 more damage. Okay, so pretty situational. to be honest, but I don't know. Darkrai is really popular. So new Growlithe, Poplio, okay, we're getting there. And then Sableye, hold up, corner. So another Pokemon with corners, so just makes it so the active Pokemon can't retreat. Some Alolans, and you see the background. Okay, hold up. Let me sit up for this. Alolan Sandshrew always looked really cool. It's gonna be the last one. Ooh, I'm thinking, nah, that's not a full art, is it? Oh my gosh, that back one looks really good. New Lapras, I actually really like that art. Helioptile again, Solrock, and so our first really good card is going to be, oh wait, it's shiny. You could barely tell for a sec. I could only tell because of the card. It's a shiny Jigglypuff with rollout. Okay, so shiny's still hard to get. Another glow. Shiny's still hard to get, but I was hoping for something new, so maybe they'll give it to me. Okay, that is a big one. That's gotta be a full art in the back there. Hold up. But new Salazzle with heated poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and burned. I kind of want to use that. Hold up. New Pokemon tool. Wait. Leaf Cape. The grass Pokemon this card is attached to gets 30 HP. Bro, stall Pokemon are so annoying. But I mean, at this point, hey, again, it's just another thing that brings us further away from just a trampling meta. Again, that is Arceus, Giratina, and Darkrai right now. So, but that's strong, dude. And then we got Litten, and then, okay, this has gotta be, ooh, this has gotta be big. After that is new Skitty. Ooh, really good full art Delmise EX. Hold up. In the EX Delmise, hold on, Anchor Shot. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Okay. And then we just had Leaf Cape. So you put Leaf Cape on Delmise EX here, and you're in there, bro. I believe our other Delmise, what was it? It wasn't an EX, but it was like, I think if you have 4 total energy, like it hits for 90, but only 1 energy, it's like it hits for 20. I believe it worked out like that. But that was a pretty big card. Like that's one of the rarer cards that you can go ahead and get with that type of full art. I don't know exactly what you call it, but that's a super rare right there. Next up, we got this Dupiter and Arachnid right after. Dangerous Claws. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, this attack does 60 more damage. Hold up. Arachnid might be the move. But then again, 3 energy to be able to use it though? I don't know about that. We got Banette's Nightbind. During your opponent's next turn, they can't take energy from their energy zone to attach to their active Pokemon. Hold on, what? Is that not like really strong? You can't put energy on your active Pokemon. Okay. It might be a little, I don't even think that's too situational. I think that's a good card right there. Cutie Fly, and then Delcatty, and we just got the Skitty. So energy assist, take a colorless energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, something basic, not crazy. Fletchinder, we do have Fletchling, so now we just need Talonflame, Steady Fire Breathing. I don't know why the text is like that, but Cosmog, okay. This is what we need, because if we just end up with a Solgaleo or a Lunala somehow, and we don't have Cosmog and Cosmogen, it's gonna be useless. So we need this. Honestly, if we can have this, Solgaleo or Lunala, and that rare candy, dude, that'll be enough. Another Cosmog. Okay, so now we need it, bro. We need this to be able to put into a deck. Here's Shuppet, so we could use Banette. Alolan Graveler, I like this art with heavy impact. Heavy impact for 3 energy, only needs 1 electric. Okay. Rockruff. So we got Lycanroc. And then Alolan Golem. Super Zap Cannon, discard 2 electric type energy from this Pokemon. 150 is really good. But again, it's 4 energy. And then look at his retreat cost too. Supporter card. I think our first supporter card is Mallow. Heal all damage from one of your Shiinotic or Serena if you do discard all energy from that Pokemon. Okay, that's kind of tough. because discarding all energy, I mean, we're just gonna have to see like how much energy Shinatic or Serena is going to need for an attack to see if this is gonna be a good supporter card. Man, y'all remember that? Press A to pound, bro. Like, what do we do? She's back. She heard it. That and Z moves were probably like the biggest memes to come out of Sun and Moon. Golisopod, hold up. First impression, if this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active spot this turn, this attack does 60 more damage. Okay, I think that could be cool because you could just have like a really strong active EX Pokemon and then just have this building up energy in the back. I think that's good. Okay, we're talking. Rare candy, yes. Excellent, amazing. We don't have any extreme cards in this deck or in this pack, but still we need that. As far as I'm concerned, everybody's gotta be using this rare candy too, bro. Like, that is a good card. Alolan Diglett, like, that's the thing that's going to be changing up this meta. Another Cosmog, Cosmo M. I said Cosmogem. So now there's no excuses. We need Solgaleo or Lunala now. But right now, hold on, Stiffen. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 50 damage from attacks. Okay, so it can survive. And it's colorless too. All right. So besides, like, don't get me wrong, I almost never see these kinds of cards, bro. It's so hard for me to get. I amazingly somehow got the shiny Charizard and shiny Lucario like full arts like this card, but to get this as like one of my first things on a 10 pack is pretty dope. Still not the craziest 10 pack opening, so let me know how yours went, if you did better or worse than me. I doubt worse. It's no way, but you know what we got to do? We have to move forward to Lunala and see if Lunala can bless us with something even better. Bro, if we can run out of here with a Solgaleo or a Lunala EX, now that we have Cosmog and Cosmo M, we're set. I didn't see any shines there, but I'm keeping up hope. But right now we have Pyukumuku. Enters out if this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 50 damage to the attacked Pokemon. Okay, so just like its actual ability, where it dies and then it's literally enters out and it just does a bunch of damage, essentially like a huge recoil. Alolan Vulpix, called forth cold, take a water type energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. Okay. Brionne, so now we can get Primarina to cannon, exactly what I was saying with the biggest memes out of Sun and Moon. We have the press A to pound for Mallow, and now we have the Z moves to cannon, just soaring, just diving through the air. No wings, no flying, no animation. But we still need a lot to be able to get him. We don't even have his previous 2 evolutions. Fomantis. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even look at the back. This is cool. Alolan Muck EX. Hold on. This is a lot. They're starting to put cards with like paragraphs like for their effects. Like, we're starting to go ahead and see Pokemon TCG Pocket like lean more into cards with the complexity of regular Pokemon TCG cards. We're not there yet. We're still a ways away, but this is like, bro. One special condition from among asleep, burned, confused, paralyzed, and poisoned is chosen at random, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now affected by that special condition. Any special conditions already affecting that Pokemon will not be chosen. So this guy can go crazy, and it's dark type. We don't even have a Alolan Grimer yet, but this is a crazy card. Okay, so we're kind of winning on polling stuff right now. We got Trumbeak. We still need the first stage evolution, I believe. I don't think we got it for Toucanon yet, but okay, this should, dude. No, if anything, getting Acerola should be something that leads us to Mimikyu. It has to, bro. It has to. It just goes together. Look at the ability. Choose one of your Palisand or Mimikyu. that has damage on it and move 40 of its damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. We need Mimikyu, dude. I hope Mimikyu is an EX card. With how much love it got when it was shown off, like that's my god, like that is my favorite fairy type in like all of Pokemon. So I need it. New Execute. Mimikyu! No, there has to be an EX. There's no way that this is a. Hold on, let's read the ability. Shadow hits. This attack does 20 damage to one of your Pokemon. One of my Pokemon. There has to be another version of this card. There's no, there's no way. It's just a 70 health, 2 energy. Oh, for 60. No, there's no way, bro. I'm gonna have to look. I usually do. After I open up some packs, I look at like what types of like big cards are out there. But I really hope there's like an EX Mimikyu out there. We got this Beware with Tantrum. This Pokemon is now confused. Why? I guess with the different ways that you can get energy on a Pokemon right now, this could work, but like if you can get 4 energy colorless on any Pokemon, you're probably gonna use an EX, or if it's not an EX, you can use something like Snorlax or something else that hits really hard. Jangmo-O, not Como. I forget its name. I really liked the final evolution of Jangmo-O. I actually used that on my team the first time I played Sun and Moon. I really do like it, and of course it just doesn't work because I can't remember its name. It's like Komodo or Como. Bro, pick a peck. Okay, so we can use Toucannon now if we want. New item. I haven't seen anything of this. Just like Leaf Cape, put a random basic water type Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. We're really, bro, I'm telling you, like even with bias out the window, with my initial thoughts on meta changing, and for the fact that I just really like Sun and Moon, we have some interesting cards to go ahead and work with, dude. I think this is going to be the most enjoyable season of Pokemon TCG Pocket yet. I've got to see how people are receiving it first though. Another fishing net, so we might do a water type deck. Primarina! Yeah, we might have to do a water type deck for today's video. Melodious Healing. Once during your turn, you may heal 30 damage from each of your water type Pokemon. First of all, 2 damage for 60 serve is not great, but that is really good because it doesn't say anything about having to be in the active spot. So we could use that. That might have to be the deck that we use today. Marini, with nothing special about it, I guess, because Marini has the evolution, right? There's our second Trubbish. Como, yeah, why am I doubting myself? I use this guy, I know his name, Como. New dragon types, by the way. Clanging Scales. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes plus 30 damage from attacks. Why? I understand I'm only seeing 2 energy, but it's electric and fighting. Like, what are we doing, bro? Turtonator, hold up. Fire Spin, discard a fire type energy from this Pokemon. Okay, 3 for 90, 4 retreat cost. Yeah, that just kind of destroys it. I know he has a supporter card that goes with him. I forget the guy's name, but maybe he's good with him. Stuffle, so we can use Beware now if we want to. Don't remind me, Mimikyu, don't remind me. Please give us something cool. Ooh! Okay, we already have Beware, but I'm always down for full arts, and I actually like this style. Hold up. So overall, we got some like good cards. You know, like good cards rarity wise, but nothing like really like stand out ish that's like a brand new like legendary EX. Cause I feel like Solgaleo and Lunala both have really good abilities. Hey, these are the cards we were given. We got a shiny, we got a couple full arts, we got a couple EXs. We just gotta take the good with the bad. Hold up, pause, it's a time skip, no One Piece. I'm not gonna hold y'all. As I was looking around to see what new stuff was coming with this season, I noticed that we have a ton of special missions for the Celestial Guardians pack. And I mean like a lot. Like as I'm scrolling through, like there are a ton of hourglasses, and all of these were missions that initially were prior missions. Like instead of just using 15 booster pack stamina, or I guess it shows it right here, like it would go from like 15 to 20 and everything like that, and they would like stack on top of each other for rewards. And on top of that, in the top you can see you have claimed all rewards. There's a little timeline sort of thing, like a meter you could contribute to by doing these missions that would give you even more rewards for you to go ahead and complete to get even more items. And it was super generous because literally without even like spending any what would you call it, tickets, the ticket shop that allows you to get pack hourglasses or wonder hourglasses, without even buying any of those, dude, I was able to get all the way up to 357 pack hourglasses to be able to open up packs. And that is just super generous. Like y'all need to hop on this. It has been like barely any time of me doing those missions since the last time that I opened packs. And I won't lie, I opened like a few singles, but I did not go ahead and do any of the open 10 packs. And now that we have enough for, I believe, 3 10-pack openings, we're just gonna do some more, bro. We're gonna start off with Solgaleo. I think I'll need to buy like 1 more pack hourglass or like 3 more to be able to open like a third 10-pack opening. But I just looked at that and I was like, dude, we have way too much to just be ending the pack opening right here. So I'm hoping, and it looks like we're already looking good. It really does. We got the Gumshoes for the Young Goose, another Delcatty, Solrock, and then this card. Whoa, wait a minute. No, that's Heat. Wait a minute. A full art shiny Machamp EX. I didn't even know Machamp had a shiny in this game. We're already winning, bro. I'm telling you, like, you gotta hop on the game. Like, even if you haven't been playing the game all that much and you've been in and out, now's the time to pick it up. Like I said, this may be, holy shit, wait a minute. This may be the time. This may be the time. This may just be the time, bro. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. This may just be the time. You gotta hop back on the game. They are giving out so many special rewards for doing nothing. Like I said, this game is free 99, so I'm going to spend $0.00 on playing the game, dude. Like, I'm so glad that we came back. I'm so glad that we came back because I would have missed that. I would have missed that on camera, bro. Y'all gotta see it to believe it. New Bruxish, not as good as the old Bruxish. Like, come on, let's be real. I can hit for harder with that. Is this our first Tapu? Hold up. Tapu Bulu stuck in tackle. Flip a coin if tails. This Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. Okay, that's not terrible. I still don't know why so many of these like new Pokemon moves are hitting for recoil. We got Crabrawler. I know, what was it? Crabominable has an EX in this game, and I think it's a good EX. New Mr. Mime too. Sandygast. So Palossand might be on the way for Acerola. We have only opened 3 packs and each one has had a banger card. Hold on. Why is your ability called Comatose? Full art Kamala, and Comatose does as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot. Whenever you attach an energy from your energy zone to it, it is now asleep. What? We're just getting creative. I'm gonna talk about it more like after I'm done opening packs, but I already have some initial like thoughts on why I think this might be Torracat. If I'm not even going to lean the cards to the side to see if the next thing I see is Incineroar, you have to subscribe. I'm just telling you this right now. If the next thing that pops up on this screen is Incineroar, you have to subscribe. Okay. Subscribe anyway, because I know you looked at the screen for a minute. I know you looked at the screen like, hold up, let's see what he's got. Hold up. Like I said, I already have like a bunch of Alolan Meowth. I already have a bunch of reasons why I think this might. Trevenant is actually one of my favorite like Pokemon. I don't think he's my like on my top 10 or like my favorite of every type, but like Trevenant and Fantup, like I mess with them. This season might just be like the best season that we've had like yet, and I'll explain that more while we're doing battles or like after we actually make a deck with all of the cards that we get. Alolan Sandslash. Spike armor during your opponent's next turn. If this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, do 40 damage to the attacking Pokemon. Interesting counter. And I mean, it is only one energy, so I don't think that's terrible. And well, not new Hariyama, because I don't think we've ever had a Hariyama, have we? I would already call this pack opening like great. I'm so glad that we came back. We've gotten Helioptile first, like, what was that, 3 or 4 times? What are they trying to tell us right now? Another Leaf Cape is going to be good for making a deck, and that is our, oh wait, I lied. I thought that was our 10th. We got Dewpider to the Poplio to the Alolan Meowth to the Garbodor to how many? So does that mean there's shiny Machoke? 2, we just got shiny Machop EX, Machamp EX, and shiny Machop. That's a flex. Like, just use these 2 cards in battle. Like, that's a flex, bro. I might use this with like Rampardos just to flex, and also because I want to find out if the rare candy works. That's also something that I want to talk about. But we also have Solgaleo, and even though we only have 1, like, I have to say that, like, I'm not mad at it. I'm still not mad at it because it's not a basic EX Pokemon, right? It's stage 2. You have to evolve it into that. Even with rare candy, like, you have to have the right cards. This isn't like a card that you just get in turn 1 and it's like, well, we know what this is gonna be. But still, like, if you haven't seen it, Rising Road, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it with your active Pokemon, which means you can just get 1 energy on this Pokemon in your bench. The active Pokemon doesn't even need to have energy in it. You don't even need Shaman's ability to be able to make retreat cost less. Just put it in 120 for 2 damage. So realistically, you could like use like a steel type deck, use steel energy, put it on Cosmog, and then rare candy into Solgaleo next turn, use his ability. Come on. And then it doesn't matter if Cosmog's in the active spot or on the bench, as long as it doesn't die, you're in there. I have a feeling we'll be able to make a good like deck this time around. I know usually I'm not able to make all that great of a deck the first time around when I'm first opening packs for these videos, but this is feeling like it's it. We gotta see if Lunala is blessing us for the same thing. We have to see if Lunala is blessing us for the same type of stuff. Open it up, see if we get any shines. We don't, but I'm perfectly fine with that, because just because we don't see a shine doesn't mean we aren't going to get some gas. Hakomo, I was skipping a little too quickly because I wasn't expecting anything because it was looking regular. Timber, wait a minute. So we have Conkleder? Does he have an EX? I kind of remember him being like a dope. Wait, whoa. Hold on. I do not remember this from the trailer, buddy. I do not remember this. I would have been all over this. Like I said, I mess with Sun and Moon. They did not show Guzma, bro. Am I crazy? Am I just not remembering? Discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Wow. So all of them. That's gonna go so hard, because what are we talking about? No, because really think about it, like, even if people are still utilizing like basic EX cards, like, well, like, what's the thing, right? When you have a card that can really hit hard, like Rampardos, to go against like Arceus or something like that, what do they use? They're going to be using Giant Cape and stuff like that. And now with Leaf Cape, grass types are going to have more health. Like, they're going to be able to avoid getting one shot or anything like that without like proper setup. And also, what else? Putting Rocky Helmet on super early. I love that I tap my head to signify Rocky Helmet. But whenever Rocky Helmet is put on super early and then someone's chilling in the back with Rocky Helmet on, so you can't even force it into the active spot without like taking a chance, that's a good supporter card. Be real with me. Are y'all gonna say cap in the comments if I say that I used Wishy-Washy on my team in Sun and Moon? Are y'all gonna call me cap? Because Wishy-Washy is actually, I think he was cool. I think his conception of this Pokemon that becomes like this bigger form with the schooling ability was so cool. He has an EX? What? And it's basic too, because like Wishy-Washy doesn't evolve, it's only his ability. So is there a regular wishy-washy like school form? Hold on, school storm, 30 damage, but this attack does 40 damage, 40 more damage, sorry, for each of your benched wishy-washy and wishy-washy EX. Okay, so really I could do 150 damage, but the thing is, like, I need that, I need to get into that kind of setup. I love that, bro. He's healthy too. That's 170 health. This has already become my favorite pack opening. Pokemon TCG Pocket, please keep doing special events like this. I promise you, people are gonna love it. I mean, Pokemon TCG Pocket, the team behind it has already been really good at like listening and like fixing stuff. Alolan Grimer, so we can actually use Muck that we got a while ago, or I say a while ago, and there's Wishy-Washy. Let's go. And look at the ability, look at the ability. Call for family, put one random Wishy-Washy or Wishy-Washy EX from your deck onto your bench. So he just helps. I mean, he only has 30 damage. So bro could really get one shot like easy if that's the only card in your active spot and you're going second. You might be cooked. But like I was saying, Pokemon TCG Pocket has been pretty good at listening. They knew that the trading like stuff was not it when the community was like, bro, this trading feature is not good. Please work on it. And they're like, you know what, we'll work on it. And we're gonna have to wait. Big Malasada, heal 10 damage and remove a random special condition from your active Pokemon. Okay, not great. Because really special conditions like don't really happen all that much. I mean, I guess sleep, paralyze, those are probably like the worst to kind of deal with, but only healing 10 is kind of like but like I was saying, like we're not going to see the big change to the trading system in a while, but literally with every month that passes we get a brand new pack, we get a brand new season or a mid-season, so I'm cool with it. And the background is shining. The background is shining. The background is shining. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have Alolan Vulpix, but now we got the full art. This art actually looks kind of neat. I like this. It's very charming. It's very endearing. Bro, I'm calling it a win. I'm calling it a win. I gotta do better. You better believe that background is shining. I gotta do better to have hourglasses. It's just a consequence right now of like, never saw this. This is a tool. Wait a minute. This looks like this looks like the toolie, bro. This looks like I'm about to pop out with this. What are we talking about? If the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, the attacking Pokemon is now poisoned. Okay. Ooh. Better or worse than Rocky Helmets? I would probably say maybe better. So what's the card behind it though? Whoa, this looks, I like this. Wait a minute, I like this art. And we got our second Tapu Lele. Yeah, bro, this is a win. Again, like I was trying to say, it's just a consequence of having like enough, Grumpig looks crazy here. It's just a consequence of having enough pack hourglasses to be able to do it. Another supporter card. We saw Ilima put one of your colorless Pokemon that has damage on it into your hand. One of your colorless though, one of your colorless. That's not even bad because we still have like, I'm telling you, like Arceus EX has to probably be top 3. I'm gonna say it, yeah, top 3 EX Pokemon to be in Pokemon TCG Pocket right now. If not top 3, if you really like think, no, he can't be that high, he's top 5 at least. He's top 5 at least, and I'm sticking with that. But whenever I can get it, Toxapex was the Pokemon that I was thinking of last time when we got Marini. So Spike Cannon, flip 4 coins for 1 energy. This attack does 20 damage for each edge. Okay, that's not actually that great to be honest. But if I can have the hourglasses in time to be able to open up more packs like this, like of course I'm gonna do it. Alolan Raticate out of nowhere, but wait a minute. Scrounge and Scarf, discard a random item card from your opponent's. What? Is that good? Chat, are they cooking? I feel like that's good. We have another Wishy-Washy. Oh, we're making a Wishy-Washy deck. Sorry, we're making one if we can. Bro, what is up with them like releasing goated water types? Where's my goated fire types? I need to run into Incineroar because Incineroar's got to be crazy. I really hope Charge Bug, that's kind of cute. But like last time it was Wug Trio EX, I was glazing. And then now we got Wishy-Washy in the game. But I loved Wishy-Washy from the jump. Like it wasn't even just about his card in this game. It was the fact that we have another full art of Pyukumuku, and I like this art too. It's very simple, it's very nice, it's very charming. This has now quickly become the best luck that I have had with any pack opening. Nope. I'm gonna take it back. It just is. I was going to say, considering the fact that I have enough hourglasses to be able to open up this much packs, no, it just is, period. What is this ability? Tropical Hammer, flip a coin. If tails, this deck does nothing. But if heads, it's doing 150. What are we talking about? Ooh, we gotta compare that to the Executor that everybody's using right now, because this isn't even EX like that Executor. But if you have 3 energy, which is completely possible to have by much sooner than you think it would be, you could hit for 150. And then on top of that, natural weakness, Darkrai, since it's a grass type. So I'm still thinking, you have to understand, like, I haven't done anything competitive for this season yet. So I'm still in the mindset of competitiveness in the previous season, if that makes sense. Where the previous season, it was just Giratina, Arceus, Darkrai, you know what I mean. 3,500 cards collected, yeah. I know some of y'all who've been using your favorite card in this game, the credit card, to be able to get that way before I just did. And only 1 ticket purchase later, and now we have enough to do another 10 pack. Of course, we have to decide who it's gonna be. Solgaleo and Lunala both treated us really well. To be honest, Solgaleo definitely treated us better. We have Solgaleo's card now, on top of us also having, what was it, 2 or 3 shinies? So now we have to go through the ritual of being able to choose between Lunala's pack or Solgaleo pack. Siri, which pack are we smoking? Flip a coin. It's tails. You ain't had to speak for me. Okay, to be honest, tails for me in my head was Lunala, so it's gonna be another Lunala 10 pack. Hopefully if we get Lunala EX, I know I do this every time, but you have to subscribe. Give me a... We're going through immediately. We have Litten. We didn't get Litten before, so we're already on the right path. Vikavolt, disconnect. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. I mean, stage 2 evolution, but that's kind of dope. Moving forward, we got another supporter card. Like, what are we, come on, man. Come on, what are we talking about? Get as many cards as you can for the Pokedex without spending money challenge, bro. And right now, I'm on top because we were over 100 last time I checked. Over 100 out of 155, I think it is, for this season. And then same thing that we saw in the trailer, choose Alolan Marowak, English. Alolan Marowak or Turtonator, and take 2 energy from your energy zone, attach it to that Pokemon. Although I definitely recall seeing Turtonator and thinking he wasn't all that. Alolan Marowak was all right though. Pack 3, y'all, I don't make the rules, bro. Lunala EX. Hit the subscribe, bro. Just get the mouse over it. Just get your little tap finger over it right now, bro. I'm telling you, another Wishy-Washy. Watch this. Okay. Definitely not Lunala, but hold up. Can I be honest? This shiny is ugly. We got another new card, Alolan Ninetales with Blizzard. Okay, so obviously it's not an EX, so it's not gonna do Articuno EX Blizzard damage, but that's not bad, right? Hold on, because Blizzard on Articuno EX, if I'm remembering right, is 3 energy and it does 80 damage and 10 damage to every other Pokemon. Is this not like pretty good? This is the pattern, bro. This is the pattern with me. I'd be looking at cards that I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. I'm never gonna see it. I'm never gonna see it in competitive, dude. Here's Tapu Lele regular instead of the full art. The full art was really good, bro. I just like seeing the cards. I just like seeing the cards and thinking up of strategies for him, bro. That's just how I am when I play this game on my own time. Okay. No Lunala. But I appreciate it if you gave me a subscription anyway. Easily our best pack opening of any season, which is not gonna help to make it look less biased for me saying that this might be the biggest season that we have for a minute, but this is kind of what I wanted to get into, so let me go ahead and let me break it down for you, Mark. So the reason that I say this season is going to be the best that we've had for Pokemon TCG Pockets, and maybe I'll make this a short as well because I'm trying to kind of summarize my thoughts on it. And keep in mind, from once I'm recording this, it's been about like 2 days. So obviously there is going to be people out there who are way more on top of it than me, creators and people who just play this game on their own time, that know basically where everything is headed immediately, like meta-wise and everything like that. But going ahead and getting into what I wanted to get into, it's no secret that the meta of last season was overrun by Arceus EX, Giratina EX, Darkrai EX, basic EX Pokemon with incredible abilities that just worked in tandem amazingly with each other, and then you could just throw in whatever like card would really help. People usually use like Shaman to decrease retreat costs, or Druddigon to just act as a wall with Rocky Helmet on it to just be a huge punishment for trying to attack it and get it out of the way. And that just definitely made last season and a little bit of the season before just the least fun that it has ever been for playing anybody online for this game. At least in my opinion, that's how I feel objectively. However, you could definitely make an argument for maybe like the first season, because really simple cards that were EXs just completely overthrew in some regards, like Mewtwo EX for example. But even with that, and with the lack of resources with the beginning seasons, I still feel like people had a chance to go in with whatever deck that they wanted and have a good chance. Obviously some EX meta decks were going to do better, like that's the whole point of it being a meta deck. And it's easy for people to go ahead and look at the game and be like, oh, TCG Pocket's whole strategy for everything is just deck thinning and da-da-da. And yeah, especially at the beginning seasons, it got really redundant. However, same thing with any TCG that comes out. As time passes, they're gonna add more cards, they're going to add more resources, more aspects of the game, and Pokemon TCG is already a very established game, but it's different for Pokemon TCG Pocket. And now we have more cards, we have Pokemon tools, which wasn't even a thing, more item cards, more supporter cards, and just more stuff that helps to expand the game way more. Even Pokemon cards with attacks with certain abilities that just help to give you way more options. And I actually have a primary example of this that I really want to showcase. And I actually haven't pulled the card myself, you'll have to forgive me, I'll just throw up a picture of the card, but it's going to be Decidueye EX. And the thing about Decidueye is he has 2 attacks, one being a regular Razor Leaf, it just does 80 damage for 2 grass type energy, but also for 2 colorless energy, you can use Pierce the Pain, which allows him to do 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has damage on it already. 2 different attacks with the same amount of energy, that the only difference being the type of energy that you have to use, allowing you to apply more strategy to what exactly you are going to do. Like obviously if you've hit a Razor Leaf and you're able to use Pierce the Pain, then you'll use Pierce the Pain. But you'll also have to think, oh, what if a Pokemon in the back actually has damage on it, one of the bench Pokemon, and I want to do damage to that? Or maybe I'm in a better situation to use Razor Leaf and just do 80 damage to the active Pokemon. Something around those lines that allows you to apply more strategy to how you are playing, even in a simple game like this, because it definitely used to be with Mewtwo EX for a primary example, where it just used to be if you have enough energy for the second attack that does more damage, then of course you're going to use it, with Mewtwo EX just being an example with the most that you're going to think of is, oh, if I have side drive and I'm going to lose 2 energy, I'll just hit the active Pokemon with 50 if it can kill, and that way whatever bench Pokemon he puts in, I'll be able to hit with side drive, and wow, I'm so smart, was as far as the strategy used to go. And even with cards like Rare Candy, like Rare Candy obviously has this huge like description for how it's used, but it's a very basic card once you understand it. And just a card like this helps us to expand so much more on what type of decks you will actually run into. Because I am not exaggerating when I say at least every other match that I was on in ranked was Giratina, Darkrai, Arceus, or some type of jumbled up version, type of form of that meta. And judging by the way the team behind Pokemon TCG Pocket is treating the game, they're definitely prioritizing getting cards out, getting plenty of options out for players to be able to have more unique pulls whenever they open packs and be able to build whatever they want and it be something unique, right? So I don't really see in the near future them influencing the numbers or like attack values or health values on any Pokemon card to help balance or anything like that, even though that is something that is completely possible in a game like this versus real Pokemon TCG where a card is out and it's out, you know what I mean? Like you can't do anything about that. But at least with cards like Rare Candy or the new Lily card that we have, players are being influenced towards a completely different meta that can be viable. We have 2-stage evolution cards actually being more favored because of these types of cards now. And it's not even like I'm ride or die for Pokemon TCG Pocket. I think it's really fun. It's literally like the only game on my phone that I actually play, like the only mobile game that I ever actually play at all. And also I've just been in a real TCG mood lately with this, and I'm excited to see what Digimon has coming up for their TCG project. But with the team behind TCG Pocket putting in so much effort and listening to the community and giving us constant updates and feedback and trying to do the best that they can for this game, even if it is the fact that they have a lot of resources to use off of, they have an entire incredibly popular and successful regular TCG to help transition into TCG Pocket. I like seeing real-time effort being put into this, and I also game. I want to see the game succeed. I want to see the gaming community get what they deserve, get what they need. Or maybe it's just all biased because I really like Sun and Moon. Who knows? That's just where I'm at right now. All right, so after a little bit, we made 2 different decks that I'm trying to use today for about like 3 matches online. We got Wishy Washy. I had to. I'm trying to showcase whatever new cards I can. So with Wishy Washy, I also put Dewpider and Araquanid because Araquanid's got this ability to go ahead and hit basic Pokemon for 60 more damage, so 120 damage. And that for 3 isn't a lot, but we're trying to show off new cards, and I had to pull out the Wishy Washy EX. We only have 2 regular Wishy Washy right here, and they can die super quick, to be honest, but we gotta show it off. I'm pairing them up with Manaphy, and I'm putting 2 fishing nets because that way if Wishy Washy or even Wishy Washy EX dies too soon, we can bring them right back into our hand. And then I'm also pulling out Poison Barb and Guzma to be able to use if the situation calls for it. Guzma so I can get rid of any Pokemon tools like a Rocky Helm or a Poison Barb if we run into it. And then Poison Barb itself, because if we get that and Manaphy, at least then we kind of get somebody off of us for trying to kill Manaphy immediately. So let's see if we can run some dubs, bro. It's just regular ranked, just some random matches. I haven't gotten onto ranked mode yet, at least not for this season, but let's see what turn we're taking. We're going first. Okay, not my favorites because we only got 1 Pokemon that needs to really evolve. Let's put Wishy Washy down and then we'll see depending on. Okay, I don't think he has Giovanni. I don't think he's gonna kill Wishy Washy here. Let's go ahead and use a Pokeball and see what we can get. Our other Wishy Washy, okay. And then let's pull out this one as well. And there's the Manaphy that we could have used. We're gonna really have to hope for trying to pull out like our X speed that we put in this deck. I'll put Rocky Helmet on our Wishy Washy up front and end our turn. And then depending on how this goes, this could be a wash or I don't know. I know Gengar is being used a lot lately. There's Pokemon communication, so I wonder what he's looking for exactly. And then he puts out, ooh, hold up, Shuppet. Okay, that's what we want to see. We want to see some new cards. We want to see some creative decks. I'm not trying to see no meta. I'm not trying to see nothing dumb out here in random matches, bro. See if he attacks. He's not gonna attack Wishy-Washy with Ghastly. Okay, I'm fine with that. I guess we're just gonna put Manaphy down and we're just gonna have to retreat Wishy-Washy and then see if he has, like, I don't know, Haunter or something. I don't think there's any version of Haunter that does 50 damage. I think Haunter's a low hitting 1 energy Pokemon as well. He does mythical slabs. Let's see if he got a psychic type. He did not. So whatever he just pulled is at the bottom of his deck now. He does get Haunter out here, but like I said, Haunter, I knew it. There's no version of him, at least I don't believe, that is high hitting. So he'll probably hit our Manaphy for the kill. However, I don't think that's really going to be a problem. He does Sabrina though to be able to get the kill on one of our Wishy-Washy. And if one of them is gonna die, it's gonna have to be the one that's gonna at least do some damage to him. And there goes one of our Wishy-Washy, which means the most that we're gonna be hitting for is 70 if we can get our Wishy-Washy EX into the active spots. But for now, we got Manaphy out there, and here's Professor's research. It's kind of about time, no? Like, come on, man. And we really, like, just don't pull anything that we really need, if I'm being honest. I think we just gotta go ahead. Let's put down Wishy-Washy EX, and I'm gonna put down this other Manaphy as well, just in case he has another Sabrina on him. Of course, he could have Gengar and he could just cook us, but for now I'm gonna use Oceanic Gift, and I'm going to, I guess, put it on our EX and on Manaphy just in case. There goes his other Professor's research. There could be a chance that he doesn't have Gengar here and we could be in a good position. Of course, he could be, he could be working on that Alakazam, which would be a really big problem for us too. But I don't think you got it. I don't think you got it, bro. Nah, he don't got that. He don't got that. What we need is our Misties, bro. We have 2 Misties. We ain't seen neither of them, bro. We ain't seen neither of them. Let's see if we can get it. We do not. However, here's what I'm going to do. Let's use this Professor's research, and of course, Misty's the next thing that we were going to get right then and there. We're gonna Giant Cape the Manaphy, and do we use our X speed? I don't think we do. We're gonna retreat into this other Manaphy that already has energy on it, put energy on the Wishy-Washy, put the Poison Barb on this Manaphy right here, and then we'll Oceanic Gift to get our Wishy-Washy ready, and I guess we'll just put the other energy. It's kind of useless. It's kind of useless on the regular Wishy-Washy, so we'll just put it on the Manaphy. I should have put. Well, I do have another. I was gonna say I should have put another attacking Pokemon here, but we have Dewpider somewhere. We have Araquanid somewhere in the bottom 5 cards in the bottom corner of our deck. There's his Cosmog though, so maybe life isn't that bad for us. However, I'm looking at it and he's not evolving into Banette yet. He's not evolving into Gengar. He's not gonna get to evolve into Gengar. There's Dewpider, who's gonna miss out on the party, unfortunately. We're gonna retreat Manaphy into the big boy Wishy-Washy EX. We're just gonna put another energy on him just in case that our opponent has Cyrus. Hit him with this School Storm for 70. We could have been hitting for at least 110, but we gotta get what we can get. That is a point on the board. He could have Alakazam with Psychic right now, and that would be really bad for us because honestly, we would just be stuck here with a losing battle because I'm pretty sure Alakazam has more than 140 health. But he doesn't have Alakazam. Not yet, at least. He's got to be close though. He's got to be close. See, this would be a situation where it'd be really good to get our Wishy-Washy back in our hand and be able to put him down, but we're not gonna be able to do that. I'm actually gonna try to trick him out here. I'm gonna put our Manaphy that has a Poison Barb on it right now, give it energy to be able to use Oceanic Gift. If he has Cyrus and he's able to bring in Wishy-Washy EX or our other Manaphy, then, you know, that's tough, but that's where we're gonna end it. Hopefully, what I'm thinking is that he'll hit our Manaphy, get poisoned, we can come in with Wishy-Washy EX to at least kill that, or even if he evolves, I feel like we'll have enough damage to kill because we can put this Wishy-Washy in there. Banette with Nightbind. During your opponent's next turn, they can't take any energy from their energy zone. He doesn't switch in, he doesn't do anything actually. That kind of sucks for us because we don't have any healing. We didn't put Irida in this deck. We honestly should have. I guess we'll retreat back Manaphy, get Wishy-Washy out here, and then at least this way we don't have 4 energy on us for a Psychic if it comes down to that. But right now it's really not looking all that great. What? And then looking at the damage that he can do, we're cooked. Yeah, it really don't matter. It really don't matter. He's just flexing on us now. I'm gonna definitely put Irida in this deck, but this is going to be an L, unfortunately. But it was different. We got to see him use Cosmog. We got to see Banette, even though it didn't do anything. Bro's doing the math in his head right now. 30, 60, 90 plus 60. Yeah, that's enough. Like, come on, bro, hurry up. So that's gonna be 1 L, unfortunately, but let me adjust this a little bit to have Irida in it. Okay, so I updated the charts with the new deck that I'm running. We are going first again, which is really not what I want. And we only got Manaphy in our hand. Oh, my head. Should have had Iono, bro. I'm seeing Tentacool, which is crazy. But we do pull a Pokeball, so if we can get somebody who needs it, that's not somebody who needs it, I'm not gonna hold you. Honestly, if we can use Misty on Wishy-Washy right now, right? Hear me out. All we need is 1 heads. And that's enough. And that's enough. And that's enough. Whoa. Never that luck when I need that luck, huh? We'll X-Speed into Wishy-Washy, get Manaphy out of here, right? And then I'll just Giant Cape on the Wishy-Washy just in case he's going to hit us for something crazy somehow. And then do Call for Family. Who's gonna join? Ooh, our EX is going to join the party. And then this way I feel like we're in a little bit of a better position. The gears are turning a little bit into our favor. Of course, with that type of luck, I could have just had an Articuno EX and won, but I'm having fun, okay? And not everything needs to be meta. He pulls out Froakie as well, so he could have Greninja being able to hit us for 20 each turn, and then as soon as I say it, there's Articuno EX. Why not? Like, things don't have to be fun, they just have to be Articuno EX. But we're going along, and there is Rocky Helmet. Man, this is really like what are we doing? But hear me out. I'm actually gonna put energy on the Wishy-Washy EX, and I'm gonna use Call for Family 1 more time. If he doesn't evolve with Tentacool here, I doubt he has Giovanni. I doubt he has something that's going to kill. I think Frogadier needs 2 energy to hit, so I just don't think he has a way of killing us right now, unless he has Misty, of course, which is very possible. But this way, now that I have another Wishy-Washy in the bench, I can use Fishing Net if he does kill. There's Misty, so let's see what he's giving his Articuno right now. That's 1. Oh, okay, it's 1, which is honestly enough. He could trade in and kill our Wishy-Washy, but that is what we are prepared for if he does decide to do it. And that's exactly what he decides to do. So he's gonna hit for that Ice Wing, and that is going to be our Wishy-Washy. However, he will come right back. I'm kind of hoping for... what am I hoping for, bro? We're just gonna put Wishy-Washy EX in there. I was hoping to pull our other Misty, because that way we could get right to work, but instead we're gonna go ahead, use this Fishing Net, get Wishy-Washy back into our hands. We're not gonna put him down yet, just in case. We're gonna put the energy on our EX Wishy-Washy, get our Rocky Helmet on it. Honestly, it would have been way better to have Poison Barb in that moment. I don't know, I just wasn't sure about having two, or I didn't even have two poison barbs to be able to use. Oh, Frogadier only needs 1 energy to be able to hit for 30. So our Wishy-Washy is literally like, it's scary because he just has enough, like the same health as a dang Magikarp, dude. But it's time, we're gonna put our other Wishy-Washy down, get more energy on our EX, and as long as he doesn't have, oh, I didn't think about that. Well, he only has one point. So I think it would be better to use Irida here so that we heal. Because if he does have red, which is a way more used card than I thought it would be, I appreciate the heck out of that card, bro. But we're not gonna kill here. So I'm going to heal because it'd be way better to not take the risk with our EX more than just him using Cyrus or anything like that to be able to hit our Wishy-Washy in the back. He's gonna potion. Does he have double potion and Irida? Let's be so real. Oh my god, bro. No, please don't let me read you like a book. Please don't let me actually read you like a book. Ooh, but he has that Greninja now, which is bad, which is really bad. You want to know how bad it is? It's really bad, bro. Because he can kill this Wishy-Washy and then use Blizzard again, and then our other Wishy-Washy will die. Dang, come on, man. And then he has Cyrus. You're no fun, bro. And we're cooked, and we're cooked, and we're cooked, and we're cooked. However, we have a different deck that we are able to use. I want to find a way to use Wishy-Washy. I was able to use Trio EX in competitive. I'm sure I can find a way to use Wishy-Washy in competitive because that's just my guy. That's just my guy. We got the Solgaleo deck. We only have one Solgaleo in here. Solgaleo EX at least. I don't know if there's a regular Solgaleo card, but we got the 2 Cosmog, 1 Cosmo M. And why 1 Cosmo M? Because we got, where's our rare candy? Anyways, we got the 2 Cosmogs, right? And we only got 1 Cosmo M because we got the rare candy on deck. So we're running 2-1-2. 2 of the first stage, 1 of the second stage, and for Solgaleo, we also only got 1. So really it's only 2-1-1. But trust me, it's definitely not because of a lack of resources. It is the new meta. I just came up with it. 2 Skarmory because that's my guy. And then we're running a Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio that can just keep hitting for 70 if I'm lucky. So we're gonna be hitting for 0. 2 Pokeball, 1 Pokemon Communication. We got 1 of just about each Pokemon tool, like geez. 2 Professor's Research, a Cyrus. I put Adamant in there just because it's going to be steel types all around, and red to finish the job if needed. And peep the name, I'm calling it Rare to Find Candy because it's only gonna be 1 candy within 20 cards, so it's gonna be rare to find. But if we get it, that's like they want us to win. We was meant to win. But this is gonna be our last match for the video, so let's see if we can't actually win this. And we're going second. I like this. He's using fighting types, so that is something indeed. And now we have Skarmory, but we have Skarmory, but we don't have a Pokemon tool. So what are we doing? I'm just gonna put Skarmory out. We have Professor's Research, so there's a good chance we'll run into our like Pokemon tools. I also have these backings, and I got the little background for the solo event going on for the Rayquaza EX, which is a really cool card too. But worst comes to worst, we'll just hit for 20 on our first turn. It's not gonna be a problem. So this is a little bad for us because, ooh, he's using Rampardos. So maybe we'll get to see him actually use rare candy, and that would be crazy. Because I actually still don't know if that's what he's using. By the way, Pokemon TCG Pocket, give me the card that is necessary to be able to just pull fossils. Because I can't do that with Pokeballs, you know what I mean? I can't do that because it doesn't count. So give me that, and Rampardos will have everything he needs. Thank you. Give me a card so I can just pull fossils straight from my deck. Thank you. Let's actually use our Pokeball first. We're gonna do that. There's our other Cosmog just in case we need it, and Professor's Research. Let's see what we can get. there's our Diglett, and there's our Solgaleo. So really, we just need our candy. We'll just put down the one Cosmog just so we'll be able to evolve if we have the chance. And we are going to throw the Poison Barb on our Skarmory. That way we'll be able to hit for 50. We'll also put down Diglett just in case we're able to end up with a Alolan Dugtrio. And then we're just gonna hit Metal Arms. I know we're gonna take damage here, and because it's an ability, we're not actually going to be able to hit our Poison Barb, but at least now he'll either be forced to heal his Druddigon if he wants to keep going, or oh, well, there's Cranidos, so I guess no rare candy. But he put the energy on the Cranidos, and he's gonna heal as well. Oh my goodness, like, I hate people. They suck. What are the chances he has Leaf next turn, bro? What are the chances that he has Leaf next turn, like, realistically? We're just gonna hit Metal Arms again. Of course, he's not going to die. However, if he has Rampardos next turn, he'll still need to use Leaf to be able to get it in, which if he's able to have everything that he needs perfectly, that would kind of suck. Of course, he has Rampardos. I'm not mad, but if you have Leaf, okay, he puts the Giant Cape on Rampardos. He's really hoping that it stays alive. There's another Pokeball, but all we really have is another Skarmory chilling in the back for us, right? Yeah. I guess I'll put that Skarmory down, put another energy on the Cosmog just in case we run into our rare candy, keep our options open. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this Druddigon and get it out of the way. Usually there would be better things to do to work around this Druddigon, but I don't have Sabrina, and I don't have any moves that can attack the bench and then use Cyrus. So realistically, we're playing his game. Of course, he's gonna put Marshadow out because he's gonna be able to use Revenge. Even if he couldn't, it doesn't matter because bro's gonna be able to just get away with this. He is gonna have to suffer this Poison Barb though. So I think that's good for us, to be real with you. Let's go ahead and put this Skarmory down, and it's gonna be Adamant, which means we're gonna get this Rocky Helmet on, and we are going to put the energy on Skarmory to be able to get this man into dangerous territory. Honestly, it kind of sucks because this is kind of like one of the only decks that we could run into that is not going to allow us to utilize red, but at least here, like, he dies and our Skarmory stays alive unless he switches out. Like, he has to switch out and hit us. He uses Iono. Hold up, what is he hoping for? He's probably looking for a heal. There's our rare candy. What can we get? What can we get? Ooh, bro, please give me Solgaleo next turn. He's just gonna opt to hit us. And honestly, that's fantastic. That's great because we get to go ahead and get this free hit on Rampardos and then beg and pray and plead for Solgaleo, but we're not gonna get it because why would we? We're gonna save the Alolan Dugtrio, right? We're gonna evolve, but we're gonna put the Alolan Dugtrio down without using anything. I don't even want to evolve Cosmo M because dude, I want to use the rare candy for style points. So we're gonna hit for 50 on this Rampardos. If we have to rely on the luck of the Alolan Dugtrio, then we will. However, I would really appreciate, because literally all that has to happen is Solgaleo needs to go into our hand and we can kill. That's all that needs to happen. But if it has to come down to luck, I will bet it all on Alolan Dugtrio, mainly because that is my only option. Yeah! You have to subscribe. I don't make the rules. Please let me get this off. Please let me feel myself. We're gonna use the rare candy, and that's exactly how it works. We just go straight to the final evolution, and I'm gonna use Rising Road, my ability to just put myself into the active spot, no cost, no nothing, and I'm gonna put the energy on it, and I'm going to hit for 120 with only 2 energy, and I'm gonna win, because that's my ninja way. You can't write manga like this. You can't write plays like this. You can't write musicals like this. You can't write a story like mine. I'm him. See, even the game knows there were plenty of times I could have gotten exactly what I needed. It waited until the last possible moment when I needed it most bang, we are not Avatar The Last Airbender here. When I need it most, it arrives because I'm here, because I'm him. Anyway, so what's your favorite card from Celestial Guardians right now? Now that I've gotten to play, it's time to go ahead and scroll Twitter and see what TCG Pocket is doing and find out that some card that is not even from this season is running the meta. Honestly, again, like Solgaleo like a really like freaky good card that, again, I'm only really okay with because at least you have to evolve it into that. Even with rare candy, like you gotta hope that you get what you need in your hand for it, versus just last season with all the basic just no evolution EX cards that went crazy. But honestly, I might just dip my toe into there. No pause. Like running 2 Cosmogs to Solgaleo and like putting that with an Arceus EX and then just something else to help just glue that deck together. That'd be great, dude. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you had fun watching the video. I really appreciate it. Tell me for real, like what card you really like or what card I didn't get to pull that is kind of crazy here that maybe you pulled on your first pack opening, or that I just didn't see that is actually like a fantastic card. And with that, of course, I will see you in the next video. And most importantly, make sure that you have yourself a great day.